During the past year, we've brought you coverage of the 3rd Brigade 10th Mountain Division's partnership with the Afghan National Security Forces to promote governance, security, and development in the Logar and Wardak provinces of eastern Afghanistan.
In our final installment, it's our pleasure to bring you the best stories from the past year.
From Forward Operating Base Shank in Afghanistan, your Spartan News Brief starts now.
In our first story, we take you back to where it all began as 3rd Brigade officially takes command during the transfer of authority ceremony here at Forward Operating Base Shank.
The Afghans of Logar and Wardak provinces have new coalition partners. Task Force Spartan, 10th Mountain Division, completed transfer of authority ceremonies in both provinces, taking command from Task Force Currahee, 4th Brigade, 101st Airborne Division. Strong local leaders, along with the cooperative outgoing unit, have made the process smooth for the Spartans.
Transition is defined as the act of passing from one state or place to the next. Over the last several weeks, Lieutenant Colonel Bradley and the Apache Battalion have worked to make that definition a false one, as they leave here having ensured that my soldiers and leaders will seamlessly continue the work they have started.
The Spartans come to Logar and Wardak ready to aid Afghan security forces and work with provincial leaders on improving Afghans' lives.
The people and leaders of the province of Logar welcome the arrival of the Americans, specifically the 10th Mountain Division, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, and we are looking forward to working together side by side for increased provincial security and development of Logar.
With the Afghan people controlling which direction their country moves, local leaders are optimistic about a little help from coalition forces.
The hope has returned to the Afghan people, particularly the citizens of Wardak province, and with your coming, it has discouraged the bad guys, the enemies of peace, stability, and prosperity.
The Spartans look to build upon the relationships they have developed with local leaders during their short time in the provinces. I'm Army PFC Chris Baker, reporting from Forward Operating Base Shank, Afghanistan. Up next, we take you to Dimerdad province, where U.S. and Afghan forces are using humanitarian aid to resolve conflicts between the Kuchi nomads and the Hazara tribe.
The little village of Dimerdad here in Wardak province is receiving some much-needed humanitarian aid. Chinook helicopters bring the food and medical supplies, along with soldiers to provide security while the supplies are distributed.
Today we're delivering medical supplies to their clinic, which they asked for, and an initial installment of some of the humanitarian assistance, material assistance for the Kuchis. It'll be a good deal for all parties concerned, and hopefully will result in the first non-violent summer between the Kuchis and the Hazaras in a very long time.
After the aid is distributed, tribal elders meet with local leaders to further discuss their needs, while U.S. soldiers stand watch for signs of potential enemy activity.
Hey, can we get Ariane to talk to the MPs, AMPs, and tell them to search the vehicles coming in?
Civil Affairs will continue to bring in humanitarian aid throughout the summer. Reporting from Wardak Province, Afghanistan, I'm Army Sergeant Brian McGovern.
Takeoffs and landings are just a small portion of what makes flights effective in Afghanistan. We travel to Forward Operating Base Altamar for a behind-the-scenes look at how Army Sergeant Dean Cullum, the helicopter landing zone controller's hard work on the ground ensures successful and safe transportation of soldiers and equipment through the battle space. Aircraft fly in and out of FOB Altamar on a daily basis, and the man behind the scenes is Staff Sergeant Dean Cullum.
My main responsibility is to make sure that aircraft come in safely, leave safely, offload the aircraft, and load the aircraft.
Sergeant Cullum, who is a scout by trade, took on the responsibilities of managing the duties of the helicopter landing zone early in this deployment.
And when 101st started to move out, not everybody was up here yet, so I just went ahead and took over and started to run or help run the LZ with 101st when before we did the RIP. And at that point, it just started to become natural, and everybody just kept having me do it. So it's just an easy thing for me to do.
One of the first projects was to increase the size of the LZ.
By increasing the size of the LZ, we also were able to start doing sling load missions out of FOB Altamar versus convoying everything down to FOB Shank and doing the sling load missions out of there. It saves a lot of time, saves a lot of energy, and a lot of manpower because we do it right here at the FOB.
As each aircraft departs the LZ, Sergeant Cullum says he feels a sense of accomplishment.
My job is to bring aircraft in, land them, put personnel on them, let it go out, or bring the aircraft in for them to sling load operations out of here so soldiers get chow, get the protection they need with sandbags and class 4 that they need, or supply them with the bullets they need. That's more satisfying to me than anything. That means I'm doing my job.
Reporting for Task Force Spartan in Logar Province, Afghanistan, I'm Army Sergeant Rob Frazier. That's it for the best of edition of the Spartan News Brief. From all of us at Task Force Spartan PAO, thanks for watching.
We leave you now with a look at the public affairs soldiers who put their boots on the ground this past year to bring you coverage of 3rd Brigade 10th Mountain's climb to glory.
It's been a nostalgic deployment because I know this has been my last, but it's been wonderful. I couldn't ask for a better unit to be with for these last 6 years. Spartans, with your shielder on it.
This has been my first deployment. I can't think of a better opportunity to hone my skills right here in Afghanistan than with the people of 3rd Brigade, 10th Mountain Division. What a great opportunity to work with some awesome people, to get some great stories and have some great memories. Thanks to everyone who made this deployment memorable. We'll see you down the road.
Hey, Specialist Matthew Thompson here with the 5th Mobile Public Affairs Detachment, print journalist. It's been a great pleasure working with everybody here on my first deployment. Hope you all do great things back in Fort Drum. Take care, everybody.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Brian McGovern, broadcast NCO for the 5th MPAD Command Information Team here at Task Force Spartan. Just wanted to tell you it's been a pleasure to work with all of you this year, and I hope to see you again in the future.
Hey, this is PFC Melissa Stewart, print journalist with Task Force Spartan. This has been my first deployment. Met a lot of really cool people, seen a lot of interesting places. It's been great. Can't wait to get back to Drum, and I'll see you all there.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Jamaid Leon. I'm a print journalist with 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division. This is my second deployment to Afghanistan with Spartan Brigade. It's been a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys back at Drum.
Hi, I'm former PFC, former specialist, now Sergeant Baker in Afghanistan with the Spartans. Just want to say hey to everybody, thanks for watching. I've had a lot of fun running around, with it or on it.
It's been a heck of a ride. You know, simply put, our mission here was to do good things for good people, bad things to bad people, and it's been a pleasure and honor to tell the story of your soldiers, Spartans, with your shield or honor.